YouTube. What is going on? Crowder here, and before we get into anything, this is going to be a breakdown. You guys have been asking for this for a long time now. This is going to be a breakdown of me and TeeP playing a $150,000 Warzone tournament, the HusKerrs Howl. This is a 2v2 wager match style. I will explain the rules and stuff before we get right into it, but yeah, basically for this YouTube channel, I'm going to start trying to really maybe even cut back the amount of videos I'm doing, by meaning 6 videos a week to maybe like 3 or 4, but really go in depth with a lot of breakdowns and kind of change it up a lot here. I really want to make sure my YouTube videos are doing well. I don't really like doing only loadout videos. I want to kind of change it up and do a lot of the coaching aspect, as well as I might kind of lean into the CDL side of things too. So I know a lot of you guys that watch me for the CDL, I don't really talk about it much. Maybe I'll come up here with my own podcast or something. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas, please leave it in the comments below and we'll get right into it. But yeah, guys, breaking down the $150,000 tournament with me and TeeP. We're going to go inside the mind a little bit, kind of explain what's going on, and I'm going to explain to you like what I was thinking in the scenario. And on top of that, just kind of really show you how to play these 2v2 wager style formats. I'm not the best wager player, but I've been doing really good in these tournaments recently, and honestly, we just have a lot of fun doing it. So hopefully you enjoy this kind of style of video. If you do, guys, comment below on what you guys want to see. Cold War's coming out as well, what you guys want to see in that game. I'm going to be trying to do as many YouTube videos as I can for you, but not rushed YouTube videos. But on top of that, I really want them to be quality. So if you guys want to see breakdowns, I'll do as many breakdowns as I can. I'm gonna do a lot of coaching videos on how-tos in Cold War and in Warzone, and just any other videos I will be taking in the comments below of some ideas and maybe use those in the future videos. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. Let's get right into it. If you guys do, make sure you guys leave a like right now. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're pushing 50,000 subscribers. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, here we are. The most epic 150,000 Warzone match ever. This is a YouTube video I just posted. If you haven't watched the full thing, you should. But we're going to break down exactly what me and TeeP were thinking, kind of explain to you the wager format, and, you know, go right into it. But really quick, before, if you guys don't know what's going on in this video, this is a 2v2 wager tournament. So basically, the way it works is me and TeeP are on a team, and we're versing Z-Laner and Aiden, who are some of the best players in the world, if not some, like top 5 right now. They've been winning a lot of tournaments. They're very good players. When you play these tournaments or these wager style matches, we split into 2, and whoever or whichever team has the most kills at the end of the match wins the game. But usually they're best of 2s. So for example, if we were to get 10 kills and Z-Laner and Aiden were to get 11, that means the next time we play in the best of 2, we play one more game. They have a 1 kill lead going into the game too. So we have to beat them by 1 kill to tie, or 2 or more to win the game. So if we were to get 10, they would get 11, and then in the next game we would get 10 and they would get 8, we would win, you know? So it all adds up to the points. It can get a little confusing, but that's kind of like the basic rundown. It's pretty simple stuff, and it's a lot of fun. For the people that do know what I'm talking about, I'm sure you guys will enjoy this a lot, and especially for some of those sweatier players out there, and you want to see like kind of what some of the best players in the world are doing, Z-Laner, Aiden, and TeeP, they'll be in this game as well. So let's get into it right now. So we're going to play this. I'm going to be on the left side. You'll see my camera on the right, and we're going to kind of break it down like a little bit by little bit here. So before we go into anything here, I'm going to say that we land ground war building. The reason why we're landing ground war building over any other building is because a lot of the times when you go super, it's a very risky start, and dying in these is obviously devastating. Because if you die and you leave your teammate in a 1v2 or a 1v4 situation, if they die and you guys both don't have gulag, you don't come back and the other team runs up the score, they take a massive lead, and usually you always end up losing every single time. So staying alive in these tournaments are really, really smart, and that's really why I wanted to break down this for you, because you can finally see me kind of take something a little bit more serious for once in my content and see like how I'm positioning myself against squads of 4 when I only have 1 teammate by my side. So yeah, we land here. I'm going to lower this a little bit. We land here just so it's a little bit more safe, and usually players go for the chopper. You can see how TeeP right here, if you zoom in on the mini map here, Lamberto, TeeP right here, he gets that chopper right away so he can go kill people in the air if they're flying through. And on top of that, getting a chopper in wager matches are super important just for the fact that you can rotate the map faster than the other team. You can get the fights faster than the other team, and you can usually run up the score, which is very important. And I'll explain a little bit why the score is so important at the end as well, not just obviously to win. So here, guys, right now, I'm just looting up, of course, very simple stuff, and I'm taking some fights. I'm by myself, so you can see how TeeP starts to fly back towards me. But I'm by myself, kind of taking easy fights. If I'm in like a really tough situation, I would like communicate like, yo, TeeP, I need you right now. Like, I'm going to run away, but I need you. But everything seems pretty cool. I don't hear any footsteps in here or anything too crazy. So right now, I'm just trying to get as much money as we can for a loadout. And a really good strategy, since we do have the chopper, I don't know if we do it in this game, is pause it right here. If you do have the chopper, you can put it on top of like the hangars and we can fly and get the loadout while the other team cannot. And that's also a really good play as well. It's been done to me a couple times. It's super annoying because then you have to force them to spend $10,000 and that means they don't have money to res and stuff, which goes a long way. Here, Aiden dies. He takes like a fight by himself. You can see him and Z-Laner are split. It's a very risky thing to do when you're splitting like that, but you know, sometimes it can play off and sometimes it doesn't. Unfortunately, he goes to the gulag. But yeah, right now, me and TeeP are just working right here just to get kills, easy kills, communicate, and make sure that we can absolutely get this loadout and run up the score, especially that Aiden's dead. If you were to lose the gulag, that'd be really big. Okay, guys, so here now we rotate the Superstore. We get, basically, long story short, we get the chopper. We call that Super's hot. There's a lot of people fighting in Superstore. Most of them don't have their loadout. So right now we're trying to get kill race kills, right? We're trying to get as many kills as we can to beat Z-Laner and Aiden, because I think right now they have a 5-kill lead. So we fly the chopper immediately to Super, and you're going to see really good plays here at a TeeP. Not even me. I think I lose this gunfight. It's not very good. But TeeP goes really big, and I'm going to explain to you why. So right now you can see how I'm calling people out. I'm downing people. I'm using the mounting feature to down the enemy and all that. But TeeP takes the chopper behind me, and the reason why we split here instead of me getting in the chopper with him is that I'm putting fire on this team right now, and they think that all the fire is coming from Superstore. And then as soon as TeeP's going to now take this helicopter to the top ammo building, now if they peek TeeP from like the gas station side, I can kill them. And then if TeeP's on top of them, he obviously has the angle on them. But here in this video, TeeP's actually going to communicate that there are 3 under him. So as soon as he says there's 3 under him, that's when it's like my cue to have to absolutely get to my teammate and make sure that he does not die. And you're going to see really good plays at a TeeP here. Watch. So you can see how he's knocking players, but you notice that when TeeP knocks those players, he doesn't get too greedy because we are in 2v4 situations. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys out there that get that one knock, and this is actually a huge issue in my own gameplay, where you get that one knock and you really want to just fly to make sure that you get that instant full kill. In these modes, you don't always want to do that, because if you get greedy and the 3rd or 4th player on their team kills you and full kills you and you're out of the game, you can be costing your teammates. So you can see that TeeP calls that there's 2 knocked here. And now when TeeP has me near him, that's when he's going to end up helping me here. You can see here, I lose a gunfight. I actually have very shaky shots. And I kind of like, oh shit, I might have just costed. But TeeP makes a good play. He knows they're downed. He knows that I have them cracked. I communicate that my players are weak in front of me. And now TeeP knows that he can obviously come here, help out, clutch up. He gets an easy kill. And there's a squad wipe. So right there is basically all credit to TeeP. But you can see how like me and TeeP split and played it smart for that reason. All right, guys. So now in this situation, I'm going to have these comms turned up a little bit. And I'm going to kind of explain just a very simple situation, but maybe some of you guys get too greedy here. In a tournament situation, we land top hotel. We communicate like, yeah, let's try and pick 1 or 2, but let's not get too greedy. We don't have our loadouts yet. And if you can notice on the bottom left, Aiden's got $9,000 and Z-Laner's got $4,000. So they have a lot of money. Now we're playing for them to waste their money on the loadout because we have a lot of kills to our name right now. And if they waste their money on the loadout, we can keep $4,000 for self-revive. TeeP's $1,500 can work up to more and force them to buy. And maybe we get a kill or 2 here. So we're going to play this. Maybe and you can listen to the comms.
Pick 1 or 2. Yeah, try and pick 1. They're at big yellow. He jumped out. He pushed it to the closer house.
Okay. I got sniped at. I just got sniped at.
Really? Okay.
I don't know from where, though.
Aiden's got money. Might pop it.
If he does, we should go right to that. Yeah, sniping all the way over here.
Let's fly away.
Yep, I'm safe. So right there, guys, you can obviously see that me and TeeP don't really find any easy kills, and Aiden, we've noticed that Aiden pops the loadout, so we're able to be like, all right, listen, no point. We have a lot of kills to our name. We're playing really well. We have the chopper in our hands. Let's just get the loadout, get our guns, and, you know, like, actually now start this match. This is where the match, like, actually begins, in my opinion. So a lot of the times, like, those early game situations are hard to break down because they can be a little random, but you can see that as soon as that loadout pops, you can see that Z-Laner has $4,900 and now Aiden has nothing. So if Aiden were to die or Z-Laner were to die, that would be huge for us. They wouldn't have money to bring people back, and we force their hand where we have more money than them, which is super important at the end of the day. So that comes in handy most of the time. It doesn't always work like 100%, but that's how we do it. We get our loadouts. We're looking good. We're feeling good. Aiden dies once again. So now Aiden dies. It's going to force Z-Laner to end up having to spend money if they don't get that res. And if they don't get that res, then Z-Laner can't get a self, and if he dies, that makes it even easier for us to obviously take that lead. So you really want to play off of the money advantage in these tournaments when you get the chance. So really quick, I know we just saw this clip, but I'm going to play this back one more time because I could have made a better play here. It would have been a really risky play, but I could have done it. So when I'm walking up this street like this, when I see Aiden go down, what I could have easily have done is let this guy go full kill Aiden, and then I kill this guy, but I didn't want to get too risky because we were playing really, really well. But if this guy goes over to Aiden and full kills him or kills Z-Laner, that'd be big. But Z-Laner is there and one of the best players in the world. I'm kind of taking my money in Z-Laner in that fight, so I don't do it. But if you ever want to get risky or you're thinking like these players are sweats, they might be able to kill my competition, that's what you go for. So now, guys, we take the chopper basically away from that entire area. Aiden ends up dying. Z-Laner goes down. And now as soon as Z-Laner goes down, Aiden ends up dying. This is a really good spot for us. If he loses the Gulag, we basically win the game. But regardless, this is when you really want to make your move to Promenade, Hospital, downtown, where there's usually a lot of players on the map. And you want to try and run up the score as much as you can because right now they can't do anything about it. And even when they do come back, they're going to have to regain and try and figure it all out. Another thing that we could have done is immediately when your teammate or when the other players go down, you immediately fly to a recon and pick up a recon so they can't do a scav, a supply run to get their teammate back right away. Like if Z-Laner comes back here and he picks up the scavenger, it's much easier for him to get Aiden back. Where if we would have just went to a recon immediately, we probably could have even made it harder for him. These are things that I'm even seeing in our own gameplay by watching it back. So this is actually helping me learn too. But you're going to see here, we see these guys at the shacks and TeeP communicates that he's going to put me top red. I end up missing my jump, which is not good. But this ends up working because now TeeP's top red and I fall down low. I can play low here. And now even plays like this, guys, that you're about to see, I'm going to run across this street, but you notice that I know one's at that low shack. And TeeP calls out one like out to the left. I hit pretty easy shots here, but you're going to see how I run across this street. And now I know this is going to sound crazy, but a lot of you guys probably make this mistake all the time. And even I do when I'm not going too hard. I'm going to run across this street, but use the shacks that the guy is at for cover. So I'm not just completely in the open from that guy's angle. Watch. So I'm running across and you see how I go to the right here. A lot of people just run in a straight line at their enemy. And right here, if this guy's peeking the left side of those shacks or his right side, he has a perfect angle and I have no cover. So while I'm trying to get closer to him to use the shotgun to my advantage, of course, I'm using the shotgun in the tournament, I have to make sure I can get close without losing any health or him hitting me with bullets or anything like that. So I'm going to use these shacks in front of me to give cover from my right. So if there is someone on my left, I'm able to hit these shots and you're going to see this right here. See me, I have cover to my right. I know there's someone to my right, but now there's a guy to the left that TeeP called out, and I'm able to hit these very, very routine shots on him with someone to my right and having no worries in the world. And if he gets any closer to me, I'll hear his footsteps. No, in the road, TeeP, right there. In the road. Got him. So now I know there's another guy low right. I'm trying the heartbeat to see if he's too close. And right here, if I was out in the open when I'm taking those shots, this guy could easily shoot me in the back and that could be the end of my game, right? So that's little things like that players don't even know they're doing that gets them killed all the time. And then you hear a lot of people say like, oh, like you guys get bot lobbies and we don't. No, it's just because a lot of people just run around aimlessly and not like using the cover around them to kind of use it to their advantage. Little things like that go a long way. All right, come down to him. Got him. Bringing this chopper up top. One's in red, I'm pretty sure. Okay. So now you can hear us as calming, and this is kind of routine stuff. Like we're just looking for more people. TeeP's using the chopper to like scout for me. I'm staying low, and now I'm going to play into these buildings where I want to keep using all the cover that I can to be able to finesse, where if someone catches me off guard, I can immediately run into a building, heal up, and then take the gunfight. Okay, so now, guys, TeeP communicates. There's people here. He just calls out. Very simple stuff. He's telling me that they're on the roof. I'm just making sure that I can stay in the cover. And TeeP keeps beaming them, and they're like going back and forth. And TeeP's doing a really good job that, once again, you see a lot of players in these tournaments before we get into this, like, stay too close together. TeeP's using the chopper and distracting people while I can now push up, get up close and personal with players, and be able to actually put pressure on them without them even knowing. It's something that a lot of Warzone people do that you might not even notice when you're playing like squads, or if you're watching us play squads in the morning. You can see that someone will take the vehicle and just like take basically all the attention the one way, and then we'll come up from behind them, or one person will get out and like kind of, I call it the triangle formation as a joke, but like almost kind of form like a triangle on them where you can kind of enclose where they have no idea. You end up with a flank. Easy kills for you. Really good being a teammate out of TeeP right here. So he's got him distracted. I'm just kind of creeping up. TeeP's giving me all the communication I need. He's telling me he's hurt, he's weak, he's not. So I'm just like kind of working for all these people. Now, unfortunately here, TeeP kind of scares them off. He takes the helicopter to me because he's going to know that I'm going to need help here, right? They all ran inside and I'm about to take on probably like a 1-on-2 or a 1-on-3, possibly even 4. TeeP takes the helicopter here to me, and now I'm just sitting in the building. I'm trying to do my best to like finesse, and now I run into like 85 people in here. It gets crazy. The shotgun starts bailing me out. I get shot around the wall. I go down.
He's going for the full. Yeah, perfect. That's the last guy. The other guy was up top, down somewhere. I got gulag.
So really quick, guys, if you want to rerun this back, what I probably should have done here, instead of doing exactly how I played this, is as soon as I bust this door open and I see him, what I should have done is stayed in this room and almost waited for TeeP to be able to help me. If they push the doorway with the shotgun, I'm fine. I can obviously hold my own with the shotgun. It's really cheesy, but it's what it is. And TeeP can land and actually help me throughout the door, and we could have taken a better team fight. I get a little bit almost too aggressive here, and I slide out here. I see him too far. I try and like disengage, but I run down the stairs where probably his other teammates are going to be. And I do my best, but I probably shouldn't have done that push. I should have played it a little bit smarter. I put TeeP in a really tough situation. TeeP ends up clutching up and backing out. He's got $9,000. As you can see, TeeP right here has so much money. So it just makes it really easy. This gulag is fist only, guys. Fist only gulag. Stun them and try and win the game. I don't know what else to tell you. Gulag with fist only. If anyone has an idea, you tell me. I don't know. Half the time I win, half the time I don't. All right, so now, guys, basically, you know, just kind of I regain from the gulag. I land on a loadout. Nothing crazy. There's nothing really to break down there. And now, right here is where we know people are in the shacks by these smokes and stuff, and they're fighting. And I communicate to TeeP like that you can potentially keep flying. What I wanted to do is have TeeP fly to like a different building, like kind of close to me to get a better angle on him. They would all be really worried about him over there, like to the right. Like say if he was like over here on this building, and then I'd be able to shoot them in the back. But even landing here is not a big deal, considering if some random person is in that building and kills TeeP, it's kind of risky. I was just kind of trying to think ahead. But we have these guys in such a good spot. We're on top of the buildings, and you notice we keep using the chopper to our advantage, and that's all you really need. This guy absolutely beams me, and now this is the big thing in these tournaments, guys. If you were playing a 2v2 wager style tournament, and you run into a team that has an extremely good shot, you can almost tell when the players are really good, right? Sometimes you want to disengage, and sometimes you don't. So right here, I'm thinking like, all right, watch out. This guy has a really good shot. Maybe we want to disengage. I haven't said it yet, but I'm thinking in the back of my mind, like, let's play it smart, right? So now you can see TeeP's not going too crazy. We're just trying to spot this guy and hopefully get this kill, because we still have height advantage. Everything is in our favor, you know, to like win this game. We just have to play it a little bit more smart. So yeah, right now, guys, we're just trying to find the guy that I was just talking about. We can't spot him. He has a really good shot, so we're not trying to play too like aggressive or too cocky here. We're just trying to figure out where this guy is. We end up not being able to figure it out, so we end up disengaging, like I said. We lose our chopper all at once there. So now we lose our chopper. We rotate through back to train station, and we try and play it a little bit more smart, but sometimes not taking that fight is kind of almost a better play, considering Aiden is dead right now. Z-Laner's got, like, no health to his name. We have UAVs. We have a bunch of stuff now where you want to run it up. So as soon as you can see on the bottom left here, that Aiden is down, and Z-Laner's got not a lot of health and no money. He can't res Aiden. This is where you want to pop a UAV and get a recon mission if you can, and make it almost impossible for Z-Laner to get Aiden back without killing a full squad, which you might not have good guns for. And now this is where you want to keep your money high at all times. So like if we get a UAV, that's good, but try and make sure one of you guys always has $4,000. In the bottom left, you can see I have 7,000. He has 2,900. If I split him to get more close to 4,000 or 4,000 on the mark, that would have been even a better of a play. Now, once again, thinking back on it, but you always want to make sure you keep your money high. So if one of you do die in a team fight, you can kind of disengage, run away, and immediately like clutch up and buy your teammate right back, so you can get back into the action, where you don't want to be like stuck in the situation that Z-Laner's in right now, where he's dead or Aiden's dead and he doesn't have a lot of money.
Yep, they're all low.
Top of me and one's wrapping out.
So now, yeah, right here, we know there's train stations. I popped that UAV. You can see them on the mini-map. We know exactly where they are. We're just going to play it smart, not get too greedy. Z-Laner's in a really tough position because Aiden died. Now we're just going to keep doing our thing. I have height advantage. I know they're all below me, making it a lot easier. Top kills TeeP. I'm right there to get a good angle. And once again, TeeP's doing a lot of baiting this game, and he probably doesn't even know it, and I didn't even realize it. But having these angles where you stay close to your teammate, but you're not holding each other's hands. I can't express that enough in these tournaments, being able to stay near your teammates and split apart, because if you're taking teams 2-on-4, you're going to have to make sure you do exactly what we just did there. Imagine this real quick. If you die, right, what are you calling out to your teammates? Yo, this guy's right here. He's on me. He's on me. He's getting the full kill. What does everyone on your team do? They all hyper-focus that one guy, what TeeP was doing right there. So if the other team has one person there, like kind of creating like chaos and playing it smart, while two or three members of the other, like on the team or like on top train, you're gonna all hyper focus and try and help your teammate out while I'm up top of that train station being able to shoot them in the back and get easy kills. You can see me and TeeP almost like set that up naturally, and that just comes from a long time of playing together and obviously practice and over and over and over. Okay. Now, guys, this is the most important part of this game. This wins us the game. This is the craziest moment I think I've ever been with like pressure being on the line and like stakes, like money being on the line here. We run into a juggernaut. I don't know if you can even break down how to kill a juggernaut, but just watch this, okay? Watch this, and I'm going to explain to you kind of what's going on. If you want to actually watch the scenario with communication, go watch the actual video of this. It's on my channel, but this is probably one of the craziest moments, and I'm gonna kind of break down like what I was thinking and like kind of what I should be doing and what I should not be doing here. So here, guys, once again, TeeP is below me and he's in train station, right? You can see him right here. He's below me in train station. He's trying to take pressure off of me from being up top. I'm up top trying to make sure that I have height advantage, and I'm getting easy pickings like this, right? I'm getting easy pickings like here, and I'm able to put fire down on this jug, but now there's a juggernaut on the field. So yeah, I'm getting easy pickings from the top. I drop down low to help TeeP here, kind of get a different angle because they know I'm up top, and as soon as they know that I'm up top, they're going to be pre-aiming that over and over, right? So I try and like sneak down while they're shooting at TeeP to get a different angle. If you know right here in this 2v2 match, TeeP goes down, and as soon as he goes down, I notice it, and I go to run away. You can see right here, I go to run away right now, and I'm ready to completely dip out, thinking that TeeP is going to die. If he dies, I have $10,000. I'm running to the nearest buy station that's not near that juggernaut, and I'm buying my teammate back. That's what I go to do. I go to make sure. TeeP, like, kind of tells me that he's all good. You know, like, he's trying to finesse the jug. So now I'm like, all right, maybe I can get a little bit closer to this fight and see if I can help TeeP out. So I take, like, a different angle here, and I have a lot of cover where if TeeP dies, I can still run backwards to the buy, but I can still also help him right now at the same time. Here, we're just putting shots into the jug. This guy does not die. He absolutely beams me. I'm pretty sure he beams me like right here or something. But yeah, just trying to kind of take the jug's health down slowly, like over and over, but also stay near TeeP in a way and kind of like try and take the pressure off of TeeP, because I know TeeP was getting pressured by that jug really heavily, so I was trying to help him out. And now I re-wrap back to up top. These guys are not going to expect me back up top because they're fighting TeeP down low. Once again, in a really good spot. I mess up my movement, and right there, I thought it was over. I thought the entire game was over. I screwed up my movement, and I died. I kind of get lucky, and I run away, and now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to run away. I'm going to completely heal. I know someone's in this 2-story building that's pinged, so I'm trying to, like, get control of that, but I don't want to get too, like, overzealous. So now I'm just trying to stay alive. Wait for TeeP now to engage. TeeP's going to engage, take the pressure off of me. TeeP's going to engage and take the pressure off of me, and as soon as he does that, that's going to be like my cue again to get control of this 2nd-story building, make sure no one's here, and now we can work on this together again. I'm in a good spot. I can help out TeeP shoot the jug. I can get kills if there's anyone on the floor, and that's exactly what I do. So TeeP does a really good job of taking pressure off me. I'm able to get a kill in the back. The jug now knows that I'm in this building, so he's going to push me. I'm trying to like stay alive while TeeP can keep putting bullets over and over and over. I get the full kill. This helps out a lot. And now, basically, it's just me and TeeP versus the jug. I'm trying to put as much bullets as I can, but also play really, really smart. So here, TeeP is communicating that he's beaming jug over and over again. I'm just trying to stay alive. I'm making sure that I always have an escape route. So if you can see right here, I get precision airstriked, but I know that the jug's coming up the stairs, so I'm trying to like stay near the doorway. He comes up here. Precision gets me through the building. I'm not in a really good spot, but we've done such a good job. Me and TeeP have done such a good job here of putting so many bullets into the jug that he's actually able to kill him through the windows while I self-revive and run away. So that's a really interesting fight, because you see so much going on, and you notice that every single time TeeP was in a tough position, I was able to drop down, bait, and take the pressure off of him and make like the entire team kind of focus me. Every time I was in a tough position, TeeP was able to help me kind of take the pressure off of me, and then I get into the 2nd-story building. We're able to kind of pick the team apart like one by one and then leave the jug like for the last guy. So we did a really good job of constantly like backing away from the fight and then letting the other teammate take the engagement. And then when the other teammate's like, yo, I need help, then that's when I kind of came back into the mix and then helped him out, and we were kind of going back and forth. That's once again something that you should really do if you're really working on duo quads, or if you have 4 people and you're just using this like advice for squads. Every single time one of your teammates backs down, that's like, it's almost your cue to like put some bullets and like distract the squad while he runs runs away and heals up, and then one of your other teammates like takes a different angle and like gets a better position on the team to like form that formation like around the players.
Close bonus right here. Okay.
So you can see right here that it's Boneyard Hill, Boneyard Hill, Boneyard Hill. He calls those people out, right? So now we're going to like play this smart, and we notice that Aiden dies and now Z-Laner is down. The reason why I was kind of expressing why score is so important in this, of course you want to have more kills to win. But when a team gets a lead on you, we were playing so well this game. I have 14 kills, TeeP's doing really well, that we ended up taking a lead on Z-Laner and Aiden. And when there's only 35 people left in the game and you're up like 5 or 6 kills per se, the other team is going to be forced to take and get greedy and like take these engagements that they don't really want to fight, because if they don't, they're not going to have enough kills to beat you. And if they do and lose, it's going to force a bad fight. They have a better chance of dying, and it makes it like a little bit easier on you. That's kind of what we did to Z-Laner and Aiden here, and they did that to us in the finals of the other tournament. If you have a really massive lead to start the game, the other team's going to have to play faster than they want to. They're going to have to take fights that they don't want to, because if they don't get the kills, they're going to lose. And that's exactly what we did really well here. We got that chopper, like I was saying in the beginning of the game. It all kind of comes full circle back to this moment when we have a really big lead. We force them into a fight, because if they don't keep fighting, they're going to lose. And now we're just sitting here chilling, and we end up winning the game right here and there, because you're going to see me check the score here, and we have way more kills than them. They both die. They can't come back, and we end up winning this. So it's going to be right like around here. I think I lay down in this train, right?
We were down 5.
Yeah, so I have 14 kills. TeeP has 11. They have 8 and 9. So we're doing a really good job at the kill comm against them, which is going to force them in the fights. It probably ended up making them die. I don't know how they died, but that happens a lot, and it happened to us. They did it exactly back to us in the finals. They got a really big lead. They forced us in the gunfights. We kind of ran into a squad that was really good. We had to force the fight anyway, even though we probably shouldn't have, and we lost the game. So there you go. That's basically how we win this, but now I'm going to kind of just, you know, we vibe out here. We play it out. We end up getting this win, so I'm going to explain to you a little bit less in depth, but like what we're doing now. Right now, pressure's off. We won the game, so we're just kind of trying to have some fun. This is easy. Look at the circle. These guys have to come to us. I'm on a head glitch. This is just patience. If you guys watch my stream a lot, I don't have patience. So half of the time when you watch my stream, I just run up this hill and die. But in the tournament situation, even though it's like pressure's off, I'm still in like tournament mode. You're just going to hold this head glitch and just constantly crack these guys, make them use all their plates over and over and over. Communicate to your teammates like, yo, they're weak, they're downed, and then this is easy picking. This is very simple. So once again, this is another good example of me and TeeP being together, but not like holding each other's hands. So TeeP takes some pressure off of me. I was shooting the people on the hill to the left. One of their teammates tries to rotate through the right? So now TeeP is engaging with this guy, and I'm always close enough to TeeP where I can have an angle to help him out, but not be like right on top of him just in case like we get precisioned or stunned or shotgunned or whatever it is. So TeeP calls out for help. I'm able to get a very easy angle on this guy. This guy basically stands no chance because of that. Me and TeeP do another good job of making sure that we're playing together, but not on top of each other. So now here, you're going to see this again. So we're kind of swarmed by people right now, and we're just trying to like take our time. TeeP's able to kind of disengage into this building if he needs to, but he's doing really well. He's got a lot of health, so he doesn't need to do that. I'm here kind of just trying to help out TeeP. I pick up this money, and now look exactly what I do, which is like really good finesse out of me. And this is like something that you guys should always add into your gameplay if you don't do it already. I get shot at right there, right? So I know there's at least one guy on the other side of this building. I have a shotgun, so I'm kind of confident. I pop dead silence. I get the one kill, and I saw the other guy to the right. Instead of engaging and taking that fight while I have like basically no health, I run away. I tell yo, TeeP, there's a guy on me. I got one down. I'm going to heal up before I engage. And now I have a good angle on this guy. He's going to be going for the res probably. Easy kills, and basically there was nothing that guy could do. That guy was either going to have to fight TeeP and die by me, or fight me and die by TeeP. I end up playing it good. I disengage from the fight just to make sure that I can get my health back and then re-engage. Running away from fights sometimes when they're down is also a good way to bait players. If they're down, the teammate's like, all right, well, I have to res this guy. I have to res this guy. You go to the res, and by the time I come back, because you kind of forget, I'm right there. I'm able to get my kill and then an extra one on top of it. And now, guys, the last thing I will break down is this last play. And before this video ends, I just want to say that I know this is like my first time breaking things down. I'm going to get way better at this as time goes on, I promise. You know, it's kind of hard to explain what's going through my mind, but I definitely have really good ideas on how to win solos and explain like rotations and stuff too. So this is just like my first video. So bear with me. If there wasn't the best explanation, I will do my best to continue to get better at these. But this is going to be the last play that I break down for you guys. This is a fun one. TeeP basically puts his life on the line to buy me back. There's 4 players alive. TeeP buys me back. TeeP immediately dies. And now this is going to be... One sec. So this is going to be the inside the mind of like that 1v4 that I posted on TikTok and all that kind of stuff. This is a crazy squad wipe, but this is to win the game. Now, basically, I get very lucky here. This is not all skill. This is a lot of luck. This team was obviously not the best, but I'll explain to you like my thought process in this, of course. So right now, I think it's a 1v3, by the way, not a 1v4. I land on my loadout because I absolutely have to. I pick up my loadout. I know that there's a guy dropping on me because they're getting cocky. I know the other guy deep left, I see him by the truck right here. I don't know where the other guy is that I think, and there's 2 people, but remember, I think I'm in a 1v3. So I get the first kill, which is easy. I use the loadout for cover, another easy kill. I get stunned, and now I'm assuming this guy's probably going to be pushing me head on because, once again, they're in a 1v4. They got the guy stunned. They're going to get cocky just because they think this game is over. If you guys have ever been in a 4v1 in your life, and you know, like, you guys kind of all joke around, it's the same thing. That's what I figured these guys are doing. I get stunned. I crouch behind the cover. Just to, really quick, when I crouch here, the reason why I crouch is also not to get shot, but watch. I crouch right here, not to get shot, but on top of that, to give me like 1 second to kind of turn right before he can even shoot me. It's the little things like that that help you out a lot. I'm able to use the dual M19s. I get the 3-piece. Now, I think this game is over because I think the guy on the left is selfing. So I'm like, oh, I'm in a one-on-one. Now, when he precisions me, I see this guy. I run backwards to make sure I always have head glitches and I always have cover. A lot of people right here will take this gunfight straight up right here. They'll like kind of jump the corner, bunny hop, and try and get cracked. In tournament mode, and when you're trying to play it safe, I immediately back up and I make sure, all right, look, when I take this gunfight, I'm going to have cover. I'm going to make it harder on him to hit me. And now I'm in the advantage here, right? There's no chance that this guy has an advantage on me. I throw down the ammo box. I still think it's a one-on-one at this point. You're going to see me get hyped here in a second. I think this guy's over there. I continuously have cover. He hits me with some bullets. I still have plenty of time to heal. I'm in a really good spot. And now, right now, again, I'm laying down, and you can see I'm using this trash can as cover. When I pop up, you're going to see that I, once again, not taking a fight in the open. I crouch up. This guy can't hit me because there's a big trash can in my way. I think the game's over. There's one more person left. Now I have to focus up again. I try and find him. I'm trying to figure it out. I spot him right there. Now, this is kind of like where I'm just using my cover for my advantage. This guy's using his cover as well. So we're kind of going back and forth. I'm going to keep trying to make him waste his plates, but also keep the cover in mind that, yeah, I have this trash can. This guy has to run to me. Now, if you're patient, the way you play this is you wait for this next circle in the top left to either pull this way or that way. If it goes that way, that's kind of where the luck is involved. Like I said, like if it goes that way, it makes it harder on you because you have to run towards him. But I get very lucky here. It pulls towards me, and that basically ends the game. He has almost like no chance because right here, he has to come to me. And as soon as he has to come to me, we kind of just know, like, you know, like, yeah, like I have all the cover. He's got to run right to me. He's got like no cover for himself because I have all these cinder blocks. The game kind of comes to an end right here. He's going to try and make like one last effort play. Very easy. We win the game. Yeah, this guy had no chance. So yeah, that's basically the entire video. And I know I probably did a poor job at breaking this down, but at the same time, I tried to do my best. That was a very intense tournament situation. If you guys like this kind of style of video and like the coaching video, I'm going to really tap into like teaching more. Like I've been telling you, I'm going to try and stray away from all the loadout videos. I'll do loadout videos, of course, but at the same time, I really want to help you guys get better, break down my own gameplay, break down maybe some of your guys' gameplay as well. Maybe you guys send in gameplay and I can break it down and tell you guys what I think you should be doing to get better and become a better Call of Duty player. But yeah. So hopefully you enjoyed this kind of content. If you did, please make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We're almost at 50,000 subs. I have a lot of ideas for YouTube coming to you guys. I promise you the quality of the YouTube videos are going to keep going up day by day, and especially with Cold War coming out and a bunch of other things. So I appreciate you guys supporting. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another video, and I hope you guys have a great day. Later.